which anytime I meet someone that speaks English, it blows my mind. And she was a custodian, part-time and um, full-time farmer. And she said she grows grain, and she has a cow named Milka. And she told me that I said, "How many years before you can retire?" And I think she said like 27. And I was like, 27. Wow, I worked 28 years. And I don't know how many years I don't know how old she was, but it seemed like she had some time invested in. Anyway, one really cool thing she told me was her husband's mother was one of 16 children. And I was like, wow, I know a family that has 15, but this lady's mother-in-law was one of 16 children for the win. And man, I said to her, I would like to have 16 or 17 children because I'm very competitive, and I would like to have more children than her mother-in-law was a part of. That was a joke, obviously, because 17, and I forgot to ask her if there were like maybe some twins in there, maybe some triplets, because 16 single births that's got to be rough. But anyway, so I asked her, like, if you have a cow, don't you have to milk it early in the morning and then late at night? And she said, yeah, that's normal. Like every day of your life that this cow lives, you have to milk it twice a day, once in the morning, once in the night. And Linda, is that you? And she said, that's normal. And I said, that's normal? That you have no vacation and you have to wake up early in the winter, in the summer, and before you go to bed, you have to milk it in the winter. So there's 365 days. You have to milk it 2 times every day, no vacation, and you have a side job, side hustle. And I was just amazed at this lady that told me this. And I was amazed that she spoke English. Like, she's got to be one of the smartest people and tough as nails working her. People work so hard over here in Europe that I feel embarrassed that if I complained about, having to work, and I had to work 40 hours a week. I had 3 days off every weekend for 28 years. And then I complained that I had to work 40 hours and had 3 days off a week every. Linda, is that you? Andrew, I'm so glad Andrew is a close friend. And I was chatting with him earlier. Man. Yeah. Hello, Andrew. Andrew is a superhero. He can fly. He's a rock star. He can play the guitar. I can't play the guitar. I can only play the air guitar, but Andrew can really, in real life, play the guitar. And Andrew, if you're still online, Andrew can play, or he can also, he's a professional chef. He's my pizza man that cooks me pizza 4 days a week. He cooks pizzas that no one in America even cooks. There's a special pizza called Love Gourmand that has slices of pear, slices of almonds, and it has this gorgonzola cheese that's amazing. And then there's a different pizza. I gotta research it again. He cooked it for me once, and it has some sort of truffles. I don't know what, I mean, it can't have real truffles because they're too expensive, but it has something like it's, I'm watching Buffalo. Yeah. So, hey, I got, he's watching Buffalo versus Pittsburgh. And Buffalo, okay, the Buffalo Sabres and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Well, here's something you don't know, Andrew. Anytime I used to go to the Phoenix Coyotes and watch them play Pittsburgh Penguins have such huge fan base. There were more people wearing Pittsburgh jerseys than Phoenix Coyotes jerseys at a home game in Phoenix. So the fan base is huge for Pittsburgh, and I'm a witness that they're slightly annoying because they overpower the away team. So the Pittsburgh Penguins, they will travel to your town and their fan base will it's almost like red ants versus black ants. Imagine an ant hill with that's all black ants, and then the red ants come from Pittsburgh and they just dominate. That's how it is, or vice versa. Let's see what we got here. Andrew. So, hey, what's the score? Andrew's, how are you? I'm doing good. Andrew, I'm doing good. I just woke up in the middle of the night and I was thinking about this lady, that is a farmer, full-time farmer. Her family grows grain and has a milk cow, one milk cow. The name of the cow is Milka. And this lady was super smart, super hardworking, that it embarrasses me how she could work circles around any man. And she was basically doing, she has a part-time gig, and she's basically doing the work of 4 people because she has, if there was 4 people doing her job, they would be busy. And I said, can I please talk to you? And because I don't bump into a lot of people that speak English. And she said yes. And I just asked her those questions. And I just said, you are one of the strongest people. Like, she goes, this is normal life. And I was like, wow, normal. And not where I come from. Where I come from, people put it in their 40 and if that, and she was telling me she works 7 days a week and her farmer, like she harvests milk from her cow named Milka, and then she harvests grain, and then she has a side gig working. So she impressed me, and I was humbled to talk to her because I don't get to talk to a lot of English speakers, and she spoke really, really good English. In fact, sometimes I was trying to practice my Ukrainian to her. She goes, speak English. And I said, it's almost like she said, speak English, Murphy. And I was like, okay, I will speak English. So she got to practice her English. She probably doesn't bump into a lot of Americans speaking American English. It's wonderful. So here's what's cool about Andrew. I asked him, what's the score between Pittsburgh and Buffalo? And he says it's 1-1 before the first period. So he's like my sportscaster, because I wasn't even, I just woke up in a fog. Like, I woke up to go to the bathroom, and then I thought, hey, this person impressed me so much. And I only talked for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes while she was working. But I said, I know you're working hard and everything. You have such an interesting life and you speak English. I would love to just say, like, find out new things. And also I told her that I have this YouTube channel that it's not monetized because I don't need the money and I'm not working real hard. But I said, maybe you would be interested in listening to some of the stories that I have. And so she said, sure, yeah. And so I showed her the channel, and she subscribed because she thought it was interesting to meet me too. Like, so she was interested in what I had to say, but I was more interested in what she had to say. And she did say that it's possible she will never ever be able to retire, and she's okay with that. So she's willing to work every day of her life, full-time as a farmer and part-time gig. She said this is normal life, to work until you die. Potentially, it's possible that she can earn some sort of government pension if she lives long enough. I mean, hopefully she'll live long enough. It's possible that she can retire and get income before she dies. And I said, wow. So I'm older. I'm a lot older than this lady, and I told her I'm 51, but I've been retired for almost 2 years already, and time flies so fast. Yeah. So Andrew said life is SHIT, and I agree. And I told Andrew, dude, I'm going to adopt you as a brother for the rest of your life, and I will be your friend for the rest of your life, and I will help you think positive and just be happy, even though life is not easy. Life is not easy. My life hasn't been easy, and I should never complain, because I meet people, their life is so much harder than mine that I feel like I should have no room for complaint at all. So, hey, Andrew, what's the score? Is it still the first period, or are we into the second period? Uh-oh. What's going on? So for anybody watching, the Pittsburgh Penguins are playing. Oh, Andrew, are they playing in Pittsburgh or are they playing in Buffalo? Because I know some Buffalo Sabres fans. They are super hardcore fanatics. I don't know. And I mean, some of them are like coworkers, at least 2 people from Buffalo, and major hockey fanatics. So is the game in Buffalo with all the fanatics I know, or in the game of Penguin or Pittsburgh, where all the random fanatics that I mean, they both have fanatic fan base. So I'm just curious, is the hockey game in Pittsburgh or Buffalo? Pray tell, Andrew. I think it's funny that people try to take off. They say you have a sticker on your glasses. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not even true. Let's see what we got here. Hello. I also met some Ukrainians today. I met a guy named Maxim and his friend Dennis, and they're from Ukraine. And Maxim speaks really good English, and I was surprised. And Dennis was practicing some of his English and learning some just by talking to me. But we spent a lot of time today, and Maxim said, you need to find subscribers. And so he put some peer pressure on me to work to find subscribers, because I don't go around asking people. So while I was randomly standing in a public place with Maxim and Dennis, he's like, hey, there's a girl over there. Ask her if she wants to join your YouTube channel. So I walked up to the girl, and let's see I can't remember what her name was, but she was 21 years old. And I told her, hey, look, I am a YouTuber, volunteer. I don't get paid. But it's basically about an American who retired in Ukraine, and she was from Ukraine. As far as I can remember, she was born in Kyiv, and she spoke. I said, "Do you speak English?" She goes, "A little," and I think she understands a lot, and she can speak a little bit less than she understands, but she understand exactly what I was saying. And so I said, "How old are you?" She said 21, and I forget her name, but um, I said, "Well, I do have a YouTube channel," and I said, "Do you want to be rich?" She goes, "Okay, yeah, whatever." I said, "Do you want to be famous?" She's like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And so I said, "Let's make a live video real quick, just like a 2-minute live." And so I and Maxim was there, and Dennis was there, and this girl, I can't remember her name. And I said, "Three, two, one, boom." We did it. We did like a 2-minute. I said, "Here's this girl. She's born in Kiev, Ukraine. She wants to be rich and famous." And then I said, I can't remember what I said about Dennis, but I said Dennis is he loves this and he loves that. And then I said Maxim, his name Maxim comes from the name Maximus from the movie The Gladiator. So he's like the gladiator in Rome, in the ancient city of Rome, with the Colosseum fighting lions and other gladiators to the death. And I'm like, yay, gladiator. And it was very interesting. 5-minute penalty. So someone received the second period of the game between Buffalo Sabres and the Pittsburgh Penguins is going on, and there's a 5-minute penalty instead of a 2-minute penalty for one of the teams. Malkin punch stick on the face of a Buffalo player. So there's a shorthand. So it sounds like Pittsburgh got a 5-minute penalty for stick punching a guy in the face, which is that's a huge 5-minute penalty, in my humble opinion. But you're not supposed to use the stick to hit someone in the face. And sometimes you accidentally punch someone in the face with your hockey stick. Hey, I've been there, done that. Not really. I don't hit people in the face. I'm not a goon. 5-minute penalty. So it's the second period of Buffalo, and I'm assuming it's still 1-1, but my friend Andrew is giving me the play-by-play. But if Pittsburgh has a shorthand for 5 minutes, it's a lot easier to score for Buffalo when you have 5 versus 4 for 5 minutes. That's a pretty big blow to Pittsburgh. And I don't have a skin in the game because I'm a fan of the Phoenix Coyotes, but they no longer have a team. And Wayne Gretzky used to be their coach. Wayne Gretzky, who's a Canadian, he after he retired, he became the coach of the Phoenix Coyotes. And I don't know all the crazy. I used to go to Phoenix Coyotes. Some people would give me free tickets because I lived in the East Valley, and the Coyote Stadium is in the West Valley. So a lot of people would see it. They would give me free tickets. I could get free tickets. And one time, the guy that I would go with my cousin and his friend, and we would go, and he said, "I know the person that signs up the Zamboni for people to ride the Zamboni, like that song, I Want to Ride the Zamboni." So I said, I want to ride the Zamboni. So he said, hey, my friend wants to ride the Zamboni. Can he ride the Zamboni? He goes, yeah. And so I rode the Zamboni that night. And here's what I'll tell you about the Zamboni. It's super loud, and you can hear the music, but the engine of the Zamboni is so loud, almost all you hear is the engine. You barely hear it, and it's slow. Like you're just, so it's not as exciting as you would think of, but you think you're like dancing on the Zamboni, but more like you're just sitting there as a prisoner of war listening to a loud engine. That's what it's kind of like. Andrew, any other heads up on the play-by-play for Pittsburgh and Buffalo? Like, I know we got a 5-minute penalty. So Pittsburgh has a shorthand, and like if they get a goal against them, a lot of it has to do with the fact that they had a shorthand for 5 minutes, which is huge. You don't want a double shorthand. Ooh, but a 5-minute shorthand against a team like Buffalo is probably tough, like rough. And that's my humble opinion on, because I know a little bit about hockey. I used to go to the Phoenix Coyotes as often as could. And a lot of times it was free. It was just gas, gas money to get there and back because you have to go on the freeway. And it took about 45 minutes to get there on the freeway, maybe 30 minutes from the East Valley to the West Valley. Because it's not in, is it Glendale maybe? I think it's in Glendale, or if not, it's more like Peoria. And I'm coming from Mesa. So if I'm coming from Mesa, I hit the US 60 and just keep on going to the west side of Phoenix and then come up on the left side of the, I think it's the 101 or 202 freeway, and then you're there. So, but it's, you're going 65 miles an hour. The freeway speed limit is 65 miles an hour. So you can go pretty fast, but it's dangerous because if you're going, it's right about rush hour. So it's, okay. Oh, Buffalo takes a score? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, because you have 5-on-4. So Buffalo scored a goal. And Andrew said he's going to go back, watch, and he'll come back. So the current score in the second period is Buffalo 2, Buffalo Sabres 2, Pittsburgh Penguins 1. That's the current score. And he's going to continue watching and concentrating so he can give me more information later. So I must say, here's some things I learned about Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky is super amazing. Super amazing. He was born in Canada. I think his grandfather was born in Ukraine, and maybe his wife, which is his grandma, I think they were both born in Ukraine. I can't remember where, but there's a video, a long form interview between Theo Von and Wayne Gretzky. And so Theo Von is interviewing Wayne Gretzky. If you get a chance to watch, if you love hockey or if you love Wayne Gretzky, I learned so much about Wayne Gretzky, and I can't even remember all of it because it was so much I learned. And it gave me a huge respect for Wayne Gretzky because I never heard him interview before this. And that's online forever on YouTube to watch Theo Von interview Wayne Gretzky. So Wayne Gretzky, as far as I understand, he is super humble, even though he's on the list of one of the best hockey players of all times. And here's what Andrew showed me a video of. This guy broke the record of the most goals. And I don't even know who the guy was because I haven't been following since the Coyotes disbanded. I haven't really been following hockey because I was following them. And so what I learned was Wayne Gretzky was present at the hockey game where this guy, because they figured he might break Wayne Gretzky's record. And when the guy scored the goal to break Wayne Gretzky's record, he kind of like did a dive on the snow, and the camera zoomed into Wayne Gretzky. And Wayne Gretzky was standing up and clapping really hard and smiling because even though his record was broken, he has a total love and respect for the game and humility that instead of being upset, he was celebrating the guy that beat his record of goals scored. And I don't even know who the guy was that scored the goal. But that's the news. Bubble Guppies, the troll, says hi. So there's some dude named Bubble Guppies. It's me, Bubble Guppies. Bubble Guppies V6D. He goes, I used to live there. The troll says hi. Bubble Guppies, you used to live where? Because I'm talking about Buffalo. I'm talking about Pittsburgh. I'm talking about Ukraine. I'm talking about Canada. So you have to be more specific when you said, I used to live there. And he says he's a troll, and I love trolls. When you call me an old man or you say you're dumb, I love it when you tell me that. I don't know why. I'm a girl. Oh my goodness. Bubble. I don't even believe that. Bubble Guppies. You used to live where? And if you're under 18, you need to leave. This is adults only sportcasting from the last live. So you changed. This is Strawberry Shortcake you're 13 and you're from Topeka, Kansas, and you're still trolling me, but under a different name of Bubble Guppies. That's what's going on. Wow. I'm being stalked by a Strawberry Shortcake son of a girl from Topeka, Kansas, who was born in Ukraine, immigrated to America, allegedly. And she said she lived in some village, and I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what capital OF means, but yeah. So Bubble Guppies is allegedly a 13-year-old female born in Ukraine, not refugee, maybe refugee, but immigrated to America. And I asked her, how did she afford it? And she said her mom worked 5 jobs or 3 jobs or something. I'm scrolling on live. Scrolling or trolling? She's trolling on live. Bubble. So why did you change your name from Strawberry something to Bubble Guppies? And why are you trolling me? Like, why am I your target? You're allegedly a 13-year-old girl, and we are 18 and only. And so a 13-year-old girl is trolling me on 2 different live streams? Are you kidding me? And she's scrolling and finding me. I like them better. You like what better? You're a 13-year-old. We are 18 plus only. We are serious. And you're trolling me. I got a 13-year-old troll harassing me. I can't remember if she basically called me a liar or something, or said that I'm deceiving the world, that I didn't believe she was 13. I didn't believe she was a female, and her name was Strawberry. I like Bubble Guppies. What does a bubble mean? Oh, she also accused me of being mean. It just seems odd that a 13-year-old girl is scrolling and trolling and then calling me mean, and allegedly is born in Ukraine, which that's possible. People are born in Ukraine, and allegedly is in Topeka, Kansas. That's possible that she lives in Topeka, Kansas, because people did live there. So those 2 facts could be possible. But I told Strawberry, who now calls herself Bubble Guppies, and then she says she's not trolling. This troll that's trolling says she's not trolling. Like a big, that's something a troll would say, by the way. If you're trolling someone and you're saying they're mean, she accused me of being, I'm not trying to be mean. We have rules for this channel, 18 plus. She or he is telling me she's 13, which is underage. You have to wait a minimum of 5 years before you can. Oh, wow. Okay, Bubble Guppies. Strawberry shortcake, you silly goose. She just called me a troll. I'm not following her. She's stalking me and trolling me, and then she says I'm mean, and she says I'm a troll. Guess what? I do love trolls, but the reason why we have 18 only is because we don't like dealing with the problems that come from people under age 18. We don't talk to you. Okay? We do not talk to people under age 18, especially strangers. You're dangerous to an adult because you can be easily accused by it. So we don't allow it. So please, why am not? See, you're Bubble Guppies / Strawberry Shortcake, you silly goose. It's half the time when you type something, I don't understand because I speak English, perfect English. I don't speak Ukrainian. And so I only speak one English. I only speak one language, and that is English. And when you type something, it doesn't make sense to me. No offense. And reading. You're interested in reading. And she's accusing me, if she's a girl, and if she's accusing me of being mean. You can read. You're interested in reading. Okay, what's your favorite book? Bubble Guppies, Strawberry Shortcake, you silly goose. What's your favorite book if you like reading? What is your favorite book? What is it like? Les Miserables, The Three Musketeers, The Man in the Iron Mask. What's your favorite book? The Diary of Anne Frank, Moby Dick. What's your favorite movie or book? Summer I Trend Pretty. Oh my gosh, see, this is what I'm talking about. She just wrote, he or she, hopefully 18 above, but probably not, wrote, Summer I Trend Pretty. That is not an English sentence that anyone's ever said, ever. Summer I Trend Pretty? Teens. So your favorite book is Summer I Turned Pretty, which is not a book, or the book Teens? That doesn't make sense. Three times you've proved to me today that English is your second language, which if you're born in Ukraine, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But you are trolling me, and I like trolls that are 18 and above, because my role is no one under 18. This channel is not for you. It even asks whenever you start a live, it says, is this for people 18 or under 18 or not? And I always put, no, it's for 18 and above only. The Summer I Turned Pretty. Womp womp. Strawberry shortcake. Bubbles Gup. I don't even know what Bubble Guppies is. Wrote, the summer I turned pretty, womp womp. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense, you silly goose. You silly goose, how dare you troll me, you troll. When you turn 18, you can troll me. If you're 13, you're not allowed to troll me. That's my rules. We do not allow people on this channel, if they're under age 18, and YouTube specifically asks you before you make a live, is this for people under 18 or not? And I always say not. This is for 18 only, 18 or more only. And they still fed you my live. So, Bubbles. Bubble Guppies also wrote, I love Bubble Guppies. What is a Bubble Guppy? Pray tell. I've never heard the phrase Bubble Guppies in my entire life until Strawberry Shortcake / Bubble Guppies / Silly Goose started trolling me today and previously. I like the summer I turned pretty and womp womp, I'm not 18. Oh my goodness. This is English as a second, ESL stands for English as a second language, because Strawberry Shortcake / Bubble Guppies wrote, I like the summer I turned pretty and womp womp, I'm not 18. And she's claiming it's a kid show. Obviously, this troll has English as a second language, because she just wrote a sentence I've never heard. So what's the name of your favorite book? I don't care about a show, a kid show. I want to know, what's the name of your favorite book? Is it Beavis and Ramona or Bees, whatever, the Ramona? You can't make this up. I'm in the Twilight Zone and being trolled by allegedly a female, which you should not come up on your feed. My channel doesn't, hardly any female ever watches this channel. Usually it's 75% guys and 25 or more. Look it up. I'm not going to look it up. The Summer I Turned Pretty. Okay, so I've never heard this book, but she says her favorite book is The Summer I Turned Pretty. That's a very girly thing, so maybe you are a girl. But and also that sounds like a very 13-year-old book, and you need to read a book like Les Miserables, which is crazy. I mean, it's so intense. And then, or Man in the Iron Mask, The Three Musketeers. Those are bye. Yes. Bye-bye. When you're 18, you can come back. If you're under 18, you have my permission to never watch. You can unsubscribe. I don't need subscriptions or watch views. This is not a monetized channel, and I'm not aggressively seeking that. I don't say like this channel and subscribe. I never say that, because to me that's really not interesting, and it drives me crazy when people say that, because they do it for money. And money is the root of all evil. Avarice, which is the love of money, is the root of all evil. And it's one of the 7 deadly sins. Okay. That's the news. So Bubble Guppies / Strawberry Shortcake / Silly Goose said goodbye. And I'm guessing that because there's 2 people online. Linda, is that you? Probably not, because she would have let me know. But I'm assuming that Bubble Guppies is still trolling me secretly by saying goodbye, but still staying like a champion troller. And then allegedly this alleged 13-year-old girl said, I'm not trolling. That's what a troll would say. Trolls say I'm not trolling. because I mean, they just do that. But I'm thinking that her future career, if she's a girl and if she's 13, she's going to be a professional troller, because even though she has no clue how to troll, she's good at it for a allegedly 13-year-old. She's trolling me, calling me mean. And what else did she say? She said something else. She insulted me some other way. And she said womp womp. I don't even know what that means. Womp womp. I'm not why you. Here's what she said. She accused me of being mean, which is a very trolling thing to say. And she also said that I'm a troll. I'm not following her. I have no idea what her. And she changed her handle from Strawberry to Bubble Guppies. And then she says, I love Bubble Guppies. I'm like, what is a Bubble Guppy? I've heard of guppies. Is there a species of guppies called the Bubble Guppies? I mean, come on. And she said, look it up. I guess what? I'm not gonna look it up. She said her favorite book is The Summer I Turned Pretty. So apparently there's a book called The Summer I Turned Pretty, and she told me to read a book and to look it up, and that I'm trolling her. I'm not trolling anybody. When I go live and someone jumps on and starts calling me mean and a troll, and that they're not a troll, that's what a troll says. That's the definition of trolling and a definition of a troll. Are you kidding me? I was right. She just wrote, or I'm assuming you're an adult male, age 18. This adult male that's 18 said no. First he, hopefully 18 years old, said bye, and she spelled it B-Y-Y, which is not how you spell bye. It's either B-Y-E is how you spell bye. So you misspelled the word bye. And then I thought you were gone. And there's only one person online. It's Bubble Guppies. Is that you? Linda, is that you? What's wrong with you, Bubble Guppies, you silly goose? Strawberry Shortcake, silly goose. Bubble Guppies, what is wrong with you? You say bye, and then later you say no. You threw in the word no to something I was saying, like almost. If you say no to something, you just say that's a lie or that's not correct. But instead you said no. This troll that says she's not trolling, that says I'm mean, and says I'm a troll, said the word no to something I said, and I don't know what. So Strawberry, I'm assuming you're 18-year-old male, because we don't have anyone underage. It's against the policy, against the rules of this channel for anyone age 18. And I don't know how to kick people off, and I don't know how to mute them, because I'm kind of new to this, because this is just kind of being a fun, hobby. It's not a side hustle. I don't get paid. I'm not monetized. And some of my videos, I intentionally put music, because YouTube will not pay any video if you have like copyrighted music. And I don't care, because I'm not seeking money. And if I did get money, I would donate it, because I don't need it. I already get paid. And this man that's 18, claims she's a 13-year-old girl from Topeka, Kansas. She calls me a troll. I'm not a troll. She says that she accused me of being mean. I have rules and policies for a specific reason. That's not mean. That's just, we don't want and we don't allow people under age 18, because they're jail bait. That's the reason why. Jail bait. We do not want to go to prison. We don't want to go to jail, because we are not searching. I'm not searching for jail bait, and I don't want to talk to jail bait. So I'm assuming you're an 18-year-old man that's trolling me, calling me a troll and saying that I'm mean, and then just says the word no. First says goodbye by saying BYY, which is not how you spell goodbye or bye or bye-bye, and then says no to whatever I randomly said during that time. Oh, good news. Guaranteed Bubble Guppies is offline, because there's 0 people online. Linda, is that you? I currently have 0 people online. Linda, is that you? Andrew's watching the Buffalo Sabres versus Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't know if it's in Pittsburgh. I don't know if it's in Buffalo, but that's what Oh, two people online. Oh, one person online. So there's one person online. I'm hopefully that's Andrew. What? And hopefully he's gonna give me an update on the score between Buffalo versus Pittsburgh. Or Linda, is that you? Linda is always invited. She feeds me funny one-liners. She has a great sense of humor. She lives in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales in Australia. Well, guess what? There's a funny thing about Coffs Harbour. They have like banana plantations up there, and they nickname for these people that work on the plantations is banana bender. So, and Linda is a banana bender because she lives in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales. Said hi. Bubble Guppies. Bubble Guppies jumped online again to troll me and said hi. Guess what? You don't have to say said hi. You can just say hi. But you're a troll and you're an amateur and allegedly you're under 13, but I'm assuming you're an 18-year-old male living in Topeka, Kansas and born in Ukraine. But you're like an amateur troll because you're not speaking English. I'm here. Oh my goodness, it says I'm here, but there's no one online, but Bubble Guppies says I'm here. That's proper English. Good job. You said an English sentence. I'm here. That's an English sentence. I'm here, period. That's a legit English sentence. And oh my gosh. So there's one person online. Linda, is that you? Andrew, I hope it's you giving me a sports update. I'm praying that it's not Bubble Guppies. Bubble Guppies. Wow. Bubble Guppies. What's wrong with you? How come Andrew has top fans points and Bubble Guppies it doesn't, and Linda doesn't? No, it's me. Ha ha ha. He's 18 and he's a male. He wrote, no, it's me. Ha 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 ha. 4 ha's. Most of the time, you'd only put 3 ha 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 or 2 ha ha. But she put strawberry shortcake, bubble guppies / silly goose wrote ha 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 ha, which is it's technically that's a sentence, but to me it seems like amateur sentence. And English as a second language, ESL sentence. But stop, I'm a girl, you biggie. What does that mean? Are you calling me a bully? This troll said, stop, I'm a girl, you biggie, which sounds like she's saying, stop, I'm a girl, you troll, or you bully. I think she accuses me of being mean. She accuses me of being a troll, and by being a bully, she's calling me a bully. Biggie back. In my life, I'm 51. I've never heard the phrase biggie back. And this troll wrote biggie back. Biggie back. Wrote, I'm a girl, biggie back, biggie. You can't make this up. Am I in the Twilight Zone? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Biggie. Bubble. So what is a bubble guppy? Okay, bubble guppy. If you can speak English, tell me what is a bubble guppy, because I don't care. I don't want to know, but no. The answer to the question is no. So one person's online. It's a troll named Bubble Guppies. It used to be Strawberry. Bubble Guppies / Strawberry Shortcake / Silly Goose wrote the word no, and I don't even know what do you mean by no? You have to be more specific than just saying the word no. You silly goose. Getting trolled. I'm getting trolled by a troll that allegedly lives in Topeka, Kansas. Topeka is the capital of Kansas. Kansas City is in Missouri. There's a Kansas City, Missouri. It's huge. I don't know if there's a Kansas City in Kansas. Maybe there is. It hasn't been like 3 people online. Hello, says hi. ZBU CHUZAWADA, which is the Baichu Zawada says hi. Hello. He or she. So Public Updates is a show. about mermaid. See, that's not proper English. Bubble Guppies is a show about mermaids, plural, or a mermaid. That's proper. 0 people online. Zabaichu, Zibaichu, Zibichu, Zawada said hi, is part of one of the top fans, and bounced because there's only one person on. Linda, is that you? There's one. It shows one person online. Linda, is that you? Or Andrew, is that you giving me an update on the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Buffalo Sabres game? Same difference. Yeah. Okay, so it's magic because I'm in the Twilight Zone, but this 18-year-old man from Topeka, Kansas, named Bubble Guppies, formerly known as Strawberry Shortcake, currently known also as Silly Goose, wrote same difference, which is actually a proper sentence. So Bubble Guppies is English as a second language, and sometimes he can, I'm subscribed. That's not proper English. So Bubble Guppies, who is an 18-year-old man from Topeka, Kansas, was born in Ukraine. It says I'm subscribed. That's not proper English, but is apparently a subscriber. And that's how he gets notifications, because he is subscribing to the channel. And then he trolls me, calls me mean, calls me a troll, and calls me a bully by saying Biggie sarcastically. And then wrote, I'm subscribed. Let me teach you a little bit of English, since English is a second language, and that's understandable. If you say, stop. I'm a girl, Biggie. Oh, okay. So I'm trying to teach you English. This 18-year-old man that lives in Topeka, Kansas, named Bubble Guppies, wrote SHTOP, stop. Well, that's not a word. And then he wrote MA, big girl, Biggie. So she reversed. She's like Yoda. She reversed. Instead of saying I'm a big girl, he wrote stop, MA, girl, Biggie. That's not proper English. If you want to, the sentence would be, stop, I'm a big girl. Wow. So if I'm I'm assuming I'm Bubble Guppies / Strawberry Shortcake / Silly Goose. Apparently I'm teaching you English, and you're only trolling me because you're learning English and how to troll properly. You're an amateur. And then she tells me to stop, SHTOP. Well, that's not a word in the English language. You would say stop, STOP, not stop. And here's another thing in Ukrainian. The Ukrainian word for stop is stop. So no Ukrainian in the world that speaks Ukrainian would say stop. And even in Russian, the word is stop, no SH. So either you typoed or what, but you said the word stop, which is not a word in English, not a word in Ukrainian, not a word in Russian. All three of those languages, it's just STOP, stop. Linda, is that you? Linda's online. Yes, Linda, is that you? So here's what Bubble Guppy said. Shut up, Mom. Silence from you. You're cut off, COT, from talking. So Bubble Guppies is a man. He's 18. He lives in Topeka, Kansas. Allegedly was born in Ukraine, which is believable because his English is so bad that he wrote, shut up. Hey, guess what? Linda lives in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales, and she's a banana bender. She lives in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales, Australia, and she is a banana bender. How do you feel? How do you like that, Linda? Linda, is that you? You banana bender? She wrote, yep, hiya. So Linda is a close friend of mine. I've known Linda for 30 years. I used to live in Australia for 2 years, and that's where I met her. And I met her husband, Craig, and I met her sister, Deborah. I'd never met her brother-in-law, Jeff, I don't think, but I did meet her sister, Deborah. Please, I'm a girl, please. So Bubble Guppies, who is an 18-year-old man, wrote, "Please, I'm a girl, please." Technically, that's decent. I mean, it's okay English, so it's not improper. But I've never heard that sentence. Please, I'm a girl, please. Yeah, okay. Bubble Guppies is an 18-year-old male, lives in Topeka, Kansas, immigrated from Ukraine to Topeka, Kansas, that's possible. but Bubble Guppies, formerly known as Strawberry Shortcake, formerly known as Silly Goose, it has been trolling me for almost an hour. Okay. X-Men, oh wow. We are in the game and it's only up to us when and how we leave and exit the board. To stay in it as long as possible, we should understand the rules of the game. Yes. Linda says, "Oh, Strawberry." And Bubble Guppies said, "How do I prove it?" Bubble Guppies, whenever you're on this channel, lie to me. Tell me you're an 18-year-old male, and that's how you prove that you're a 13-year-old girl. Because we do not allow 13-year-old boy or girl on this channel. So lie to me. How do I prove it? That's how you prove it. Okay, lie to me by saying you're an adult male. You're not a juvenile female, which is jailbait in every sense of the term. Jailbait. So Bubble Guppies is Bubble Guppies / Strawberry Shortcake / Silly Goose / jailbait. You are jailbait. I don't want to go to jail. I do not talk to people that are under age 18 at all, ever. No one. I don't talk to anybody that's under 18, ever, ever, ever. Nanny, nanny, boo boo, stick your head in doo doo. I don't talk to you because you're jailbait, and I don't want to go to jail. Live consciously live consciously and understand that life won't wait until you're ready. Life doesn't slow down, so you have to be flexible and ready for change. That's what X-Men. Hey, X-Men, do you live in Ukraine? Do you live in America? Because for some reason, a lot of Ukrainians find this channel, whether they're born in Ukraine or whether they live in Ukraine, because it's nighttime in Ukraine right now. In America, it is, I'm assuming, daytime. Yeah, you spelled bait wrong. Okay, so Bubble Guppies wrote, "I'm an 18 man and something about jail bait, B-A-T-E. Okay, English is a second language. If you wanted me to correct your sentence to teach you English, you would say, I'm an E-A-N 18-year-old man and something about jailbait, and you would spell bait, B-A-I-T, because there's no, as far as I know, yes, bait, B-A-I-T. X-Men, a life with meaning begins with getting to know yourself. A life with meaning does not mean a perfect life, but a conscious one." So X-Men is like a Renaissance man telling me the meaning of life. X-Men, that's interesting, and you're right, 100%, 1,000% right. Are you a Ukrainian? Are you Einstein? Are you an American? Are you, do you have a what is it called? Something, do you live in Los Alamos? Are you a scientist? Fine, I give up unsubscribing and leaving for real. Thank you, Bubbles Guppy / jailbait / Strawberry Shortcake / Silly Goose. Poland. X-Men is from Poland. Are you kidding me? Wow. So X-Men's watching and lives in Poland. So somehow this person, X-Men, did you meet me recently? Did I bump into you? And because my Ukrainian friend Maxim and my Ukrainian friend Denis I've spent a lot of time with them. We actually ate some cheeseburgers, and and Maxim's like, "You need to find more subscribers." He was putting some peer pressure on me, and I'm like, "Okay, so I'm not afraid. I'm not shy." So I probably got 10 or more people subscribing. So it's possible that I met X-Men in person and asked them to subscribe, but it's late at night in Poland. if they're from Poland and it's late at night in Ukraine, I don't know if there's a time difference between Ukraine and Poland. So X-Men, did I meet you and invite you to um, subscribe and watch my channel in person? It says one person online, two-person online. Linda, is that you from Coffs Harbour, New South Wales? Linda is a banana bender from Coffs Harbour, New South Wales. Two people online, Linda, Andrew, and X-Men, I'm assuming. One of those two people online, and I'm assuming X-Men is one of them, and I'm assuming that Linda is the other one. The problem is that we live in an era where everything is designed to feed the ego and destroy authenticity. Yes. So whoever X-Men is very smart because they keep dropping down like deep thoughts by Jack Handey, and they used a word authenticity, which is actually hard to say for me, and probably every American and anyone that speaks English. Authenticity. X-Men wrote, I asked X-Men, are you Ukrainian or an American or Canadian? And all they're doing is spitting out Deep Thoughts by Jack Handey. The problem, and here's what X-Men wrote, the problem is that we live in an era where everything is designed to feed the ego and destroy authenticity. That's totally correct. I agree 100%, 1000% with X-Men. Being aware of your own mortality helps you focus on what is most important in life, live life to the fullest, and stop putting off what is important to you. Yes. So I'm assuming that X-Men has a Nobel Peace Prize on like poetry or something, because X-Men is extremely smart, because I don't think about things like this. The X-Men's spitting out deep thoughts, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And I'm impressed. X-Men, do you have a YouTube channel? I want to watch your YouTube channel and hear more deep thoughts by Jack Handey. So guess what? X-Men, if you've ever heard of Saturday Night Live, they have a comedian that, or they have a fictional character named Jack Handey, and that fictional character drops deep thoughts, and it's called Deep Thoughts by Jack Handey, and they drop some funny, witty deep thoughts like this. So deep thoughts, if you type Deep Thoughts by Jack Handey into YouTube, you'll see funny old videos of Saturday Night Live, Deep Thoughts by Jack Handey, and they drop really witty stuff like what X-Men is doing. X-Men is a very witty person. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. Obviously it's 18 and plus, because no juvenile delinquent would drop these deep thoughts, because most juveniles don't have deep thoughts. Linda, is that you? There's one person online. Linda is a banana bender from Coffs Harbour, New South Wales, Australia. And she just, that's her job, just bending. Do you know how bananas get the bend in them? Because of banana benders, obviously, that work on plantations. English is my second language. Sorry about that. Linda, is that you? There's one person online. I'm assuming it's either X-Men, Andrew, Linda, or Bubble Guppies. Linda, is that you? There's one person online. There's 10,000 people online. Linda, is that you? Just kidding. There's only one person online. Linda, is that you? It's probably X-Men, because X-Men keeps dropping Deep Thoughts by Jack Handey, one after the other after the other. And X-Men lives in Poland too. Most people don't do what's right for them. They just follow the crowd. If you have a YouTube channel, I need to listen to it, because you are wise about. Wow. I'm assuming I met you recently too. X-Men wrote, most people don't do what's right for them. They just follow the crowd, which is, I totally agree. 3 people online. Linda, 2 people online. Linda, is that you?
Or is it? It's got. I know X-Men's on because X-Men keeps dropping Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy, and I'm super impressed about because they're deep thoughts I've never ever heard of. So I'm super impressed about what. Yes, me. Yes, yes. Time to take care. It was nice to meet you. Soon. See you soon. Yes, X-Men. It's nice to meet you. I'm impressed how smart you are. You're a member. You're probably the president of the Mensa chapter in your town. And X-Men wrote, "Time to take care. It was nice to meet you. See you soon." Yes, X-Men. See you soon. X-Men is way smarter than me. I didn't go to college. I graduated from high school, but I barely got my GED. Or I didn't even get my GED. Okay. I'm getting tired. I've been talking for more than an hour with people chatting in, and a troll named Bubble Guppies, formerly known as Strawberry, currently known as Jailbait, currently known as Silly Goose. You never say that to me, LOL. What? Linda is my friend from Coffs Harbour, New South Wales, Australia. She's a banana bender. And she wrote, "You never say that to me, LOL, big LOL, laughing out loud." Linda is smart. She is super funny. And when she watches live streams, she's always helping me. Just she says funny things, and then if I read them, it's funny. She is funny. She's a professional comedian. She has a side hustle as a banana bender in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales. And there's only 2 people online. I'm assuming Linda's at you. And X-Men said goodbye, so it's either X-Men. We know Linda's online. It's either Andrew's online, X-Men, Bubble Guppies. Here's what X-Men. So X-Men's still online. X-Men said, "Remember that the clock stops for no one. Time doesn't wait for those who doubt and doesn't forgive those who waste it. We don't need an expensive watch to understand the value of time. Best regards." Wow. X-Men is a poet, writes poetry in English, and is from Poland. So there's someone in Poland that speaks very good English, and he can write poetic words that are deep thoughts, and I'm highly impressed. Highly impressed. X-Men. X-Men C3D. So people of the world, if you want to watch a YouTube channel, I'm assuming X-Men has one because X-Men is dropping some crazy, awesome deep thoughts. Go to the channel X-Men C3D, and I'm gonna check it out, and because that's the handle. I don't know if it's a channel or just a handle, but X-Men is a very witty, very Linda. It's a sin to lie. Linda wrote, "LOL, it's a sin to lie." That's true. It's actually one of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not bear false witness. It's one of the 10 commandments is do not lie. Yeah, that's right. It's a sin to lie. It's actually one of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not bear false witness. 3 people online. I'm assuming it's Linda, X-Men, and Bubble Guppies. Because X-Men said "see you later," and then dropped a huge sentence. And and X-Men is very smart, lives in Poland, and apparently speaks really good, really good English, but also can write deep thoughts in a foreign language. So I'm assuming X-Men speaks Polish, English, and probably 6 or 7 or 10 other languages, because a lot of smart people in Europe and Poland are geniuses, and they can speak a lot of languages. Linda, Linda, do you have anything else funny? Linda, tell me what your opinion is about Coffs Harbour. Since you live there, tell me something about Coffs Harbour that I don't know. You banana bender, you silly goose, you professional comedian. I think Linda secretly loves trolls because She will troll with, or she will get trolled online, and she likes to fight them, like argue with them. So I'm assuming she loves trolls. I love trolls. Yeah, bring it on. If you're 18, we don't want any jailbait around here. Linda, is that you? Hey, Linda, you have a sticker on your eyeglasses. Linda, is that you? No, I don't have any sticker on my eyeglasses. I don't know what you're talking about. Linda, type something about Coffs Harbour. A fact that, because you're an Australian and you live in Coffs Harbour, tell something to the world that we don't know about Coffs Harbour. Here's what I know. It's really far north in New South Wales. It's really close. It's closer to the border of Queensland than it is to Sydney because it's so far north. That's what I know about. I've never been to Coffs Harbour. I'm assuming it's beautiful because it has plantations of bananas. So it's tropical green, I'm assuming. Never been there. Never been there. I don't know. Guess. It's a guess or a guesstimate. Meaning an estimate. Guess. Linda's online. Linda, is that you? And she hasn't typed anything about Coffs Harbour, even though she lives there. And she knows they call them banana benders. Everybody knows that in Australia, that people that work on the plantations are banana benders. And Linda is a banana bender living in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales. But she won't tell me anything. Pray tell. So I'm 1 hour and 6 minutes in, and there's 16,000 people watching this live channel. Just kidding, there's only 2. Linda, is that you? I'm assuming Linda and X-Men are online. 3 people online. Okay, good job. And Linda is not typing. She's typing. Hey, Linda, you're surfing. Shark attack. So 3 people online, and no one is typing anything. Linda, is that you? Linda, is that you? Okay, here we go. Oh, this is true. So Linda is a Christian, and she wrote, "There is no smarter than those who know the gospel." And Pre-John, she's basically a choir director and a preacher, and she loves Heavenly Father, and she knows Heavenly Father, or she knows that God is our Heavenly Father, and she knows that Jesus is the Savior of the world, and she knows the Bible is true. Yes, I do. I love it. She loves the gospel of Jesus Christ, the plan of salvation, the plan of happiness. She thinks eternal. She knows that there's life after death in this. That she knows that the second coming of the Messiah will happen. She has faith, absolute faith in God, the eternal Father, and in his Son, Jesus Christ. Jesus the Christ, the Messiah, the second coming of Jesus Christ, the second coming of the Messiah, not green bananas. Okay, so she said not green bananas. I'm not sure what that means. What do you mean by not green bananas? Yeah, don't eat green bananas. Your hands will get sticky. Okay, so I actually called Linda, who lives in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales, in Australia. I talked to her on Facebook Messenger chat, and we were talking about green bananas. I forgot about that. I had to put my stickerless eyeglasses on. We all know that your glasses still have the sticker because you didn't notice it because you weren't wearing your glasses when you put them on. I had to put my stickerless eyeglasses on. Oh, you did? Okay, good job. 2 people online. Apparently, I'm assuming that's Linda. Tell us something about Coffs Harbour besides green bananas. There's 2 people online. One of them is definitely Linda, and I'm assuming the other one's X-Men from Poland. So so I'm in Europe, X-Men is in Poland, which is part of Europe, and then Linda's in Australia, which is part of Australia, and she lives in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales, Australia. She's a banana vendor. hmm Linda, tell us something about Coffs Harbour we don't know. Linda, tell us. Preach. Linda, is that you? Linda. Linda. Linda, is that you? Tell us something about Coffs Harbour that you're an Australian. Tell us something because the whole world's watching. 3 people online. Linda, tell us something about Coffs Harbour. I know you know facts about Coffs Harbour that probably every Australian knows, but Americans don't know and Europeans don't know. So tell, I'm an American citizen. Tell me something about Coffs Harbour I don't know, and there's Europeans online because there's 2 people online, and Linda can't be both of them. Tell the world something about Coffs Harbour since you live there. Tell us something about Coffs Harbour that we don't know already, as already stated.